just your thoughts on the result and the performance tonight?
Result-wise, obviously a poor result. I think you can see that we're desperately in need of certain players coming back into the team. I think the lack of having that depth is actually starting to hurt us.
Has it hurt you more than you probably thought heading into the last couple of games?
Oh, the game before at Melbourne City, like I said, I thought we started off well, which ended up with a poor result. I think we made ourselves life a lot difficult when we conceded a penalty in the 8th minute of the game, and then conceded straight after from a set piece as well. So 2-0 at half time made it a little bit more difficult. Towards the back end, we had to go and try to score, so we went a little bit more aggressive with the players on the park to get a goal. But at the end of the day, look, for me, we weren't good enough, and it shows the lack of depth that we're struggling with at the moment.
Yeah, I know James McGarry, I can gather he's your other player with COVID. When did you lose him?
This morning.
Yeah, okay, because how much did that change your plans? Obviously, Louis was the player who started left back, and he's conceded 2 penalties tonight.
Yeah, look, it's unfortunate for Louis. We've played him on the opposite side. He normally plays on the right hand side. So look, he adapted well, but it's unfortunate for Louis. Those 2 penalties, and like I said, if Jimmy was okay, Jimmy would have started in that position. But we had to put Louis in that position, and it was an opportunity for him to step up.
Yeah, you mentioned yesterday that there's players who are getting COVID for the second time. Are you a bit worried about the fact you've now got 5 players who have got it?
Yeah, we are a little bit worried. We're thinking that some players might be a little bit more delayed in actually coming out and being positive. So, like we said, we're following protocol where the boys are rat testing every morning, and hopefully we don't get any more. Otherwise, we'll be definitely struggling to get numbers even on the bench.
Cool, that's everything I have.
Thanks.
If just on going with Louis at left back, obviously the other option might have been to put Sam back there, play Jackson Manuel, who didn't get on. Is that just a case of having seen where he's at relative to being ready to play in the A-League?
Yeah, look, for me, the biggest thing is try to have some sort of consistency within the team, and players try to create a partnership together. In the last few games, we've had Nico and Suts playing that role so they can get accustomed to each other and work off each other. Chopping and changing, I'm not a big believer in chopping and changing. I think players need to get that partnership to work off each other. So we stuck with Suts and Nico as the sixers and brought Painey back in as a central defender to give us a bit more experience in the back line. And Jimmy was the man to go with until we obviously tested positive, so we had to make a decision. And Louis got an abundance of experience playing in that role previously. It was just on the other side of the park.
How hard is it going to be to actually stop and take your breath and recover, introduce new players? You had 2 guys who flew in yesterday, who were on the bench.
Yep.
You're only halfway through this run of 7 and 22 days.
Yeah, look, the good thing is we've got an extra day before we play our next game. The boys will recover tomorrow, and then we'll get 2 actual sessions on the park where we can actually do some tactical work as well for the players. The hardest thing, I think, with the games being so close together is we spent most of that time trying to recover and recoup, and then get them back on the park at least fresh enough to play a game. So there hasn't been too much of the tactical element in between those games. So having those extra day and a couple of days where we can actually work on certain things, I think will help the group.
I guess the trade-off there is that you've also got to go all the way to Ballarat this one.
Yeah, we will fly in on Friday. Yeah, it's out in Ballarat, so we fly in on Friday, play the game. I think it's at 2:00, and then we're straight back out after the game.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks.
Could I just ask how David Ball is? He obviously came off in the second half with an ankle injury.
I think it was just a knock, so nothing too serious. But for me, the game was already gone, so there's no point of trying to keep him on the park, and it becomes worse. So we'll assess it. Our physios will assess it, and we'll see how he is.